Welcome to another episode of the Quip Corner with Ada. And this is the Quip and Convo segment. I'm looking forward to time with my friend. So join us and learn more from this lesson and the Quip. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the Quip and Convo segment of the Quip Corner with Ada Chinyere.
Thank you very much, Ada, for having me. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be here.
Yes, we should make sure it doesn't take this long again before the next one.
I do agree. And by the way, you've been doing amazing stuff, so keep doing what you're doing. But I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me again.
You're welcome. So when I sent you, the overall concept for the year, God giving me the theme, be fruitful, I sent you pairs of options, with a lesson and a quip, related quip. And of the pairs, you chose the one that the lesson about lemons is when life gives you lemons, turn bitterness into brilliance. And the related quip from my first book is quip 27, which says, turn your stumbling blocks into stepping stones and make them help, not hurt you. Turn your stumbling blocks into stepping stones and make them help, not hurt you. So, tell us more. How do these two tie?
And it's interesting about the lemon and the fact that you need to turn the bitterness into brilliance. I sometimes I say to people when they go through stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you can go through stuff and you can decide. It's a decision. You can be bitter or you can be better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think is that part of you that says life has given me lemon. I don't want to be bitter. I want to be better, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
part of the brilliance. And it's important that people understand that they have a responsibility to make that choice themselves. So it's not the circumstance that's making the choice, it is you,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the circumstance is showing up. You have to decide because it's in your decision that you can achieve the brilliance that you seek. So I really liked it was the first one, and it resonated with me in a lot of ways, because sometimes, like, in fact, in Nigeria, we have a saying that when life gives you pepper, you make pepper soup,
Yes, I
you know.
remember.
And
Yeah.
yes, and that's still the same concept
Mm-hmm.
that we are the architects of our life. We are the architects of how that life will turn out.
Mm-hmm.
And once we decide what it will be, then it will be that. So we shouldn't feel like, oh, we're helpless, or things have gone wrong, we're helpless. No, no matter how bad things are, we can create something good out of it. And the quip that you described about the stumbling blocks, becoming stepping stones that can help you and not hurt you. In life, you know, some things are set to constrain you or to limit you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually use them. I remember one analogy or an illustration that somebody gave many years ago about the donkey that was to be buried. So the donkey
Yes.
was in the pit and they were going to bury the donkey. And so they kept shoveling dust over the donkey. So the donkey realized that, if I stay, I'll be buried with this dust. But if I shake it off and stand on it, shake it off and stand on it. And the donkey kept rising as we were shoveling things on it,
Yeah.
donkey would shake
Yeah.
it off and stand on it. And
Mm-hmm.
so by the time you knew it, the enemies that were trying to bury the donkey had helped it to
Elevated.
rise.
Yes.
Yes. So that's how life is, that you can use the circumstance, no matter how bad it will appear, use it to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
In work, in life, in ministry, in everything, you know. And also think when you think about it in the sense that some of the things that come at you, they strengthen you. They like that donkey, they strengthen your muscles. They make you
Mm.
more resilient. They make you more forceful. They make you more determined to push ahead.
Yeah.
So they kind of give you the energy that you require to get ahead. And so we shouldn't look at any situation and say, oh, it's all bad. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm finished. No, you can't be finished. You are just about to start. So once it gets
Mm.
hard, like they say, once the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Get
It is
going.
now
Yeah.
ready. We're ready because now we're strengthened. Our muscles are being, built up for the journey ahead. So yeah, so that's how I see it, and it's a very realistic way to look at the lemon analogy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and
It's
by the way, I was
interesting.
just also going to add, as I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it,
Mm-hmm.
that lemon is very tangy, right? It has
Mm-hmm.
this tangy taste, and it's also the fact that you don't lose that tanginess, okay? Because it's part of the story. Yes, it's part of
Mm.
the story. So when we go through stuff like the same, there's no glory without a
The
story.
story.
The
Yes.
bitter parts, those are part of the story that will make the story now like I went through this, so but look at where I am. That is
Mm.
the glory in the story.
Mm. Mm. That's a an interesting dimension to it because, you know, yes, we talk about, stumbling blocks, making them stepping stones and turning bitterness to brilliance. But yeah, now and again, you come across people who don't want to tell about the bitterness or the tanginess and want to make it seem like it was smooth sailing all the way.
It's not a
Mm,
complete story. It's never a complete story. Yeah, it's not a complete story. Yes. So, and when you think
that was
about
quite
the
a
stumbling
sharp
block,
retort. It was like,
it's not. When you think about the stumbling blocks,
Mhm.
so if you have small stumbling blocks, the stepping stones are small. But if you have mighty stumbling blocks, then
Mm.
you have mighty stepping stones. So once the pressure
Mm.
for me, sometimes once the pressure starts to pile up, I'm like, man, I'm going to go so much higher because the stumbling blocks are high. So my stepping stones are high. Yeah.
Mm. Wow. Now you're making it sound desirable to have stumbling blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way. The size of the. Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, thank you. This is helpful. But what if people are those stumbling blocks?
Mm. So, and yes, you're right. Often people are the stumbling blocks. But then, like we just described, those people can be stepping stones. So it's that point or that place where you turn your adversaries to your advocates,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where you turn those who are against you to those who promote your story.
Yeah.
Like, and that's your capacity to engage. As we go through life, also, we have a responsibility to build ourselves up, to
Mm-hmm.
learn new skills, to expose ourselves, because that's the only way you can actually begin to turn your adversaries into advocates.
Yeah.
That today they are against you, but if you have built up the skills of stakeholder engagement, right, you're going to be thinking, why is this person against me? What is it that the person wants that I'm not giving? Yeah. So let's say you have a nasty boss. You begin to ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing that's making this boss nasty? Or what is
Mm-hmm.
is it that the boss needs? Because if you know, let's say that your boss needs to be promoted, right? So you have a nasty boss, and the boss, one of his desires, because you've kind of studied him, one of his desires to be that best boy in the room, be seen and be heard. And so you make your work support his dreams. And suddenly you've changed the trajectory completely. Yeah.
Mm.
And then he starts to see you as somebody who is
On
helping.
his
And
side.
so his engagement with you will be different. So that's why even the
Mm,
idea of if life gives you lemon, make a lemonade, or if life gives you pepper, make pepper soup. You've got to know the skills to make the pepper soup, right? It's
true.
not going to it's not going to emerge just because life gave you pepper. A
Mm-hmm.
lemonade is not going to emerge just because life gave you lemon. No. You've got to learn the skills to make lemonade. So even with the stumbling block and the stepping stone, you've got to know have the skills to change that stumbling block to stepping stone.
Yeah.
You have to know
Yeah.
how to step on it. If you don't
Yes.
step right, you'll fall off. So you have to
True.
know how to step on the stepping stone to go higher. So that's the part of it that it's not just a feel good saying. It's not
Mm,
just a positive mindset thing. It's an actual thing that you need to also build
work.
capacity to be
Work.
able to do it. So you have a responsibility to think it but also to do it. So there's an effort that is required to do it. So whether it is situation or whether it is people, there's a method to the madness. Really, there's a way you can turn that thing around. But you have to have the skills, the exposure, the engagement that will be required to do that.
Mm, mm. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, I'm sure you know that I'm expecting you back sooner rather than later.
I'll be happy to be back. Happy to be back.
But thanks again. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thanks
much
for
for your
having me.
time. You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye. Did you get all the nuggets Chinyere was dropping? Toop, 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 toop. Especially the one about not losing the tanginess. Is that a word? Well, the tanginess of your story. Sometimes people cut out the, shall I say, unpleasant pieces so that the story looks sweet. Uh-uh. An embellished story is not a real story. I look forward to reading your comments on this video and subsequent videos. Thank you again for doing life with me. God bless you. Bye now.